Hey guys, it's Uncle Dallas. I am here and live and in color. Well, I'm in black and white. Today, I want to talk to you and get you up to speed to what's going on in our lives and our situation. For those of you who don't know, my name is William Dallas. I am the CEO and founder of the Higher Standards Organization. This is called Higher Standards Chronicles. It's kind of a very weird little thing that we're doing right now. So, kind of bear with us because um, we're not your average YouTube show. We're not your average broadcast. We're kind of a little bit on the cutting edge, on the side. And so today I want to talk about something that I really have been actually dealing with when it comes to organizations and when it comes to that. I get this one question, and I get it all the time. Well, I get two questions. Question number one: how do you and your wife do love at first sight? It's a different story altogether. And question number two: why don't you keep the mic close to you so you can use it? Okay. And question number two is: what do you do to increase your spiritual character, the nature of who you are spiritually? What do you do? How did you get it? What's the first thing I need to do? My wife asked me that. People ask me that. They go, what's the first thing I need to do? I want to be a bit more sensitive in the spirit. I want to be able to see opportunities. I want to be able to operate in this thing, because when you understand the Spirit of God, you understand that it is not about you being a person that, it is not about you being a person that can just see spiritual stuff. It's about you living a life that's been better than the life that you've had before. That's what you understand. And they say, how do you do that? And today, I'm going to take you to the first step. It's about control. It's about control. And today, we're going to talk about the number one thing you need to control if you want to become more spiritual. The number one thing that you want to be in control of if you want to operate in this atmosphere of spirituality where it is a benefit to you, not just something you have as a badge of honor. Today we're going to talk about emotions. Yeah, emotions. Today on Higher Standards Chronicles. Hi guys, again, those who don't know me, my name is William Dallas, and I am the founder, CEO. I'm the dude that's talking to you right now. We are a part of what I call the Higher Standards Chronicles. Our charge for Higher Standards Chronicles is to restore the spirit of your mind. A lot of us have not lived in the capabilities that are necessary to go to the next level. And the reason we haven't done that is because we've never been taught. Church does not teach you how to go to the next level. Sorry. That's just the way it is. Church does not teach you how to go to the next level. And so what I need you to understand is there is another level that you have to operate in order to see spiritual growth and see spirituality and see spiritual things happen in your life. And a lot of times you're not going to hear from this or hear about this because it is not easy for most of us to do. And why is it not easy for most of us to do? I'm looking. I normally set my YouTube up, but I don't know. I think my wife came and took my little stand. I have a little stand for you guys so you can see the stand. The reason it's not easy because most of us have never been taught the strength of who we are spiritually. We've been taught that we're this terrible thing, that God came in and turned these terrible, ruddy, nasty, terrible people into these good people. So you got people that go through alcoholism, abuse, and all these things that go through them with the belief that they're this terrible person. And because you're so terrible, you need the Savior and you need Jesus Christ. And for all practical purposes, I understand that thought process. For all practical purposes, I do understand that thought process. It is a process that has been given to us. It is a process that has been offered to us, but I understand the process. So the key to that is understanding the concept of diamond in the rough. You have to understand the concept of diamond in the rough. And most of us, because we don't understand that concept of diamond in the rough, we understand the concept of survival. We're trying to survive. And so we go through this point of desperation. And we go through this point of desperation, and I'm going to help you out. This is going to kind of mess some of y'all up, but it's okay. When I go through the point of desperation, what you have to realize is operating in desperation. I'm sorry, making sure those of you that are on Instagram, when you go through the point of desperation, you go through this point of not feeling worthy. Okay? So when you go through this point of not feeling worthy, everything else is more important than you. Now, here's the deal. This is the key. The key is you have to realize that all that's been happening to you, supposedly, I think diamonds are the hardest diamonds are the hardest material in the world. I think that. Unless you watch Marvel, then you know it's animanium. But the key to that is understanding the difference in the difference in the defense of it and the maintenance of it. Okay. Most of you right now that I talk to, most of you that come and listen to me, really don't know that you're a diamond in the rough. And the rough is the environment that's around you. And so what happens is, if I need to control you, what I have to do is get you to feel like you're not worthy enough for the stuff that is yours, and you'll let it go. Just want to throw that out there. I need you to think you're not worthy enough. What in the world is going on here? Oh my God, this thing, this darn computer. You're not worthy enough. Yeah. What I have to get you to feel like is that you're not worthy enough for what's available to you. And when I get you to be not worthy enough, I can now take advantage of what you have. So if I do that, now a lot of you follow me now. Follow me. Hey, I'm telling you the truth, whether you want to like it or not, whether it feels like it's okay or not, whether you're not. Religion is taught to disable you so you can be enabled. Sorry about that, guys. Religion teaches you to be disabled so you can be enabled. And it's the funniest thing. I taught it for years, 30 years. 30 years. I've never had church hurt. I've never had anybody lie on me. I've never had a couple of people had some strange thoughts about who I was, but other than that, that's it. So I'm not mad at church because I understand the concept. The key to that is do you understand the concept? See, you've been taught one concept, and that concept is simply this. You're a terrible person. You need a savior. And so here is an option for you to do that. So every person that goes in as an initial move is a great move. Great move. It's kind of like pre-K. You go from pre-K to kindergarten to first grade. And imagine if you were in pre-K and you don't want to leave pre-K because you like everybody in pre-K and your teacher in pre-K is this really great teacher. That's what most people are dealing with right now. Most people are dealing with, they don't want to leave the educational level to live the life that that's theirs. And so what happens is you now are spiritually and emotionally crippled by the fact that you don't know who you are. I'm telling you. And this became one of the deepest things in the world to me because I dealt with this thing. And so when I dealt with it, I start to understand the key is not me learning who Jesus is. The key to me is learning how Jesus is connected. I'm just telling you, when you learn how Jesus is connected, you learn the key to who you are. Okay, so here's the deal. My sister Portia is so crazy. She says she's venturing out. She's leaving Instagram and going over to YouTube. For those of you that are on Instagram, YouTube, that YouTube link down there, youtube.com/higher talk is where we are right now on the thing. So when I start showing the scriptures and the passages and all that stuff will be on here. So here's the deal. So you're disabled to be enabled. Now, this is not something the church came up with. This is something your community deals with. Women are the most powerful beings on the planet. Why? Because they're closer to the Spirit of God. Why? Because He created them from His Spirit. Not from the task needed, from His Spirit. So they were purely there to be in His presence all the time. And that will benefit them. That's why people have a problem, because most women think their job is, number one, to love a man, and number two, to support him in that love. Not the case. Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. So what has happened is the world say the best way to get the lower class, the disenfranchised, is to disable the family unit. Disable the family unit. And so what happened is by disabling the family unit, you take out the authority and you take out the greatness, the goodness. Man is the operation and the structure of God. Woman is everything wonderful about God. That's why she brings forth life, because she's the wonder of God. So when these two come together, they become the presence of God. And when they become the presence of God, what happens to them is they are able to operate in a level of the spirit that people that don't know the presence of God cannot. So what had to happen is and this is why I know that spirituality is known by those that are wealthy or those that are in control. Because if they did not understand spirituality, they would never break apart the family. So you go in and you break apart the family. And what you do is you isolate them to two different things. Hear me, this is what's being done to you. You isolate them. And once you isolate them, you give them the illusion of being together. Then you redefine their ability to be together. Now, this is going to be deep for a lot of y'all. It's going to be deep. So that you redefine being together. And you base it on emotion. Why? Because if I can change and control your emotion, I can control your movement. If I can change your emotion, I can control your movement. So now women had to have women's lib. Why? Because if I gave you women's lib, I took away your original power and gave you an alternative power. I'm sorry. I take away your original power and give you an alternative power. And when I give you an alternative power, I control the alternative power. It's going to be one of the most powerful teachings I'm doing. So please pay attention, take notes. So what's happening to you right now? What you're now being given is you're being conditioned for an alternative power, which is not as powerful as who you are. Yeah. This is what is happening to you every single solitary day. So now your power is your power to snap your neck, your power to get sex, not get sex, the power that comes through you having your body, anything but the power that resides in the authentic you, which is your spirit. Anything but your spirit, you've got to do it. So let me make this real to some of you. So now your connection to God is based on how well you praise, how well you worship, and how much you attend this particular place. So when I do that to you, now when you don't attend, it can be God speaking to you not to attend. It can be necessary for you not to attend. But when you don't attend, you now are under the control of the person that got you into church. You follow me? Now I control everything about you. Now I can control whatever I want to control about you. You follow me? Most of us that are on this thing, you are right now so deep in this thing, you are upside down and you think you're right side up. You're upside down and you think you're right side up. And the reason you think you're right side up, because you're upside down. Where is my, I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Let me see. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Yeah. You're upside down. And the reason you're upside down is because you think your flesh is at the top and your spirit is at the bottom. And you know what? I'm going to find that because I need you guys to see that. You think your flesh is at the top and your spirit is at the bottom. So what you do is, let me see. I think this is it. Hold on, guys. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I found it. So you think your spirit is at the bottom and your body is at the top. This is why I said they say you are a man, you're a spirit possessing a body, living in a. Bottom line is your spirit, period. period. All the other explanations we try to give are try to ease you into the fact that we are still carnal. And it's okay. It's okay to want houses and cars and lands and loves. It's okay to love that stuff. The key to it is if you're not attacking that monster with the power of who you are, then what you're doing is fighting beneath your privileges and beneath your ability. If you don't know how to operate in the spirit, you are never going to be as wealthy as you possibly could be. If you don't know how to operate in the spirit, you'll never see the husband or the wife that you really want. Why? Because you're not giving them you. You're giving them an alternative to you. Why? Because you don't know who you are. So you marry somebody and you give them what you think you want. And as you begin to relax who you are, you realize this is not who I am. Everybody asks me, what's the initial thing? If you want to know the scripture, the passage, that's the most important passage in your entire life, the most important passage in your entire spiritual growth, your spiritual movement, the most important, and I'm going to say one of the most important, there are three tops. The most important is this passage right here. This passage right here. Now, you see this passage? This passage right here is the most important passage in the world, and I'm going to break it down to you, not just in spiritual concept. I'm going to break it down to you in practical concepts, okay? So this passage says, now y'all read it with me, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink and saith that he, but his heart is not with thee. Now, what is this saying? For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Now, if you go over to Matthew, and as a matter of fact, I can do this. I got my trusty little my trusty little computer set up. If you go over to Matthew, Matthew says this. I think it's Matthew the 12th chapter and the 30-something verse. Yeah, there it is. If you go over to Matthew, if you go over to this and this passage, and I'm telling you, this is the problem. This is not probably. This is the most important part. This is the initial part of growing in the spirit. And I'm talking about this is where your wealth stands. This is where your relationships stand. This is where your growth stands. Your healing is here. All of these things. This is so important. I'm going to really dive into this on the retreat. And I got to tell you about the retreat too. I'm going to dig into this when we go to the retreat because it is so important. It will transform your life if you get it. If you get this, your life will be transformed. I promise you, instantly. I promise that. If you get this, your life will be transformed. Now, so here's the second part. Check this out. Check it out. Y'all can't see it. You got to go to, I'm on youtube.com. You can see it. If you go to youtube.com, Higher Talk, this down here, you can see it. And it says, either make the tree, and it's Matthew, the 12th chapter of Matthew, New Testament, the 33rd verse. Now, I'm not trying to get you to turn into a Bible scholar. That's not the case. What I want you to be is a scholar of principles and practical movement. You need to be a scholar of principles and practical movement, which means you understand the combination of the spirit, the mind, and the body. So follow here. Verse 33 says, either make the tree good and the fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and the fruit corrupt. O generation of vipers, how can ye be evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Now, it is now 10:48. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to stop. So I need you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say to you. Go back and listen to it over and over again, but you need to hear this. So, the first scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart. Now, why did it say think in his heart? I'm going to tell you why to say think in his heart. Now, I would go into some of the things I learned about quantum physics and quantum theory and all that kind of stuff, but that's not. It'll help, but it's not. It won't. I don't have enough time to go into it. So it says, "As a man thinketh." This is what I'm about to say. About a man thinketh, so is he. That's not the case. That is not the case. Hear me. A man that thinks something has not conceived what he thought yet. A man that thinks something has not conceived what he's thought. He's simply addressing what has come through his mind. A man that thinks something has not conceived it yet. He's simply addressing what comes through his mind. It's like you're sitting there going, what would it be like to sleep with my girlfriend's husband? What would it be like? You see that's why the pastor said the difference in a spiritual thing and a mind thing. So you've not conceived it. So he said, as a man thinketh in his heart. That means that it's gone from a fleeting thought to a conceived idea. It's gone from a fleeting thought to a conceived idea, which means you've now taken possession of that thought and given that thought the potential to come to pass. Y'all got that? And given that thought potential to come to pass. The reason that you're not walking in the wealth that you want to walk in is because you've just you have a thought. You've not brought it into your heart and conceived and actually put action to that thing. You follow me? So he says, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Now, here's where the challenge becomes. Because you've taken that thought and it's a fleeting thought and you've captured that thought. There's another passage, but it's bringing to captivity every thought to the obedience of the Spirit. So what has happened is you've taken that thought, and because you have not allowed yourself to be spiritually ready or adapt, you put that thought through the processes of emotion. Oh my God, Dallas, you better talk, boy. You better teach this thing. You put it through emotion. And so now you're sifting this thought through emotion. And not only are you sifting through this thought through emotion, the parasite of fear is in there. So you got this combination of emotions and fears and all this kind of stuff. And you've yet to take hold of the thought because all these things keep you from touching it. I want you to teach. It's like this. It's like this. This is a remote control. If I tell you this remote control has something sticky on it, you touch it like this. You haven't really touched it. You're just kind of putting your hands on it because it's sticky. But if you don't care about the sticky, you grab it and you hold it and you put total possession on it and you own it. You follow me? And when you own it, you're able to move with it. I can do certain things with this. I might drop it but if I put my hand around it, the reason it is set like this, I can put my hand around it, I can move things, and I can hold it, and I can do whatever. With 2 fingers, I could possibly drop it, and I got to move at a certain speed and a certain velocity. So the thought processes that have come into your heart and in your mind, you have to move at a certain velocity because they're just thoughts now. They're not conceived ideas. And because they're not conceived ideas, they never come to pass in your life. That's what I keep telling people that, oh my God, they go, hey man, do you do positive speaking? Do you do this? I do affirmations. I do all these things. And let me explain something to you. I don't do that stuff. Don't disregard anybody else to do it, but I don't do that stuff. Why? All that is doing is getting you attached to the emotion behind what you desire instead of taking possession of it, taking hold of it, and conceiving that thing into an idea. Women should understand this more than men, because once that baby has been conceived, it brings forth. The moment that the egg meets the seed, it's coming. It's coming. No matter how you slice it, it's coming because that thing is conceived. And the moment you take possession of the thought that is coming, you do everything necessary to protect the seed. You notice that? We never said we're going to protect the egg. We protect the seed. See, all these things they're teaching you guys so that you won't give power to the strength that you have inside of yourself. 7 minutes. So the only thing that can battle your thought is emotion. So it says, he that thinketh in his heart, or as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, so is he doesn't mean you're instantly that. So is he means that you now begin to move the things out of the way that don't make you who you are. You move religion out of the way. You move obligations to your friends out of the way. You move these things out of the way. You move everything out of your way so there's a flow from your spirit to your mind. And now you can conceive that thing and then process it through the most amazing part of your whole system, which is your brain. And that brain begins to put together a process from point A to point B, and you see it come to pass. Why? Because there's agreement. The only thing that can stop this is emotion. What emotion will do is hinder the flow because you move because of how you feel and not the truth. So I don't do affirmations. I don't get up every morning and say the same thing over and over again. I get up and I speak truth. So when I get up and I say, I'm going to be worth $1 million, I'm not speaking an affirmation. I'm speaking a thought that has been conceived and now I operate in it. That's it. That's the getting up every morning and speaking to yourself through meditation. That's great. Don't have a problem with that. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is going from affirmations to speaking truth. And the truth shall make them free or see or reveal. It reveals who you are. When you come and say, I'm going to make $10 million in 30 days, all the emotions that come behind it, all the thought processes that come behind it, those are the issues that you need to deal with. I tell everybody that comes to me, people that come and say, I want to make $1 million. I want my business to grow. I want to do this. I want to do this. I'll say whatever thing that I feel like will help you. Okay. First thing you need to do is go get $20,000. The moment they stop, it's like, okay, see that thought right there. What was that thought? Where am I going to get $20,000 for? Why you want so much money? That's the thought. A friend of mine talked to me yesterday and he said, I have to figure out all the details behind what I want to do. And I said, okay, cool. Let me tell you about me. I said, let me tell you about me. My thing is this. I want to know there is no such thing and no type of money, no number in my entire life that I back up from. I just want to know what I need and then I go get it. Period. That's just it. What I need and I go get it. Where am I looking? Where we at? We got 4 minutes. What I need and go get it. That's the mentality you have. There is nothing outside of your realm of ability. Why? Because I know I'm powerful. And because I know I'm powerful, I'm on YouTube live right now doing my live. YouTube.com/higher talk. I'll call you back as soon as I finish. All right. So at that point in my life, I realized that I'm powerful. And if you understand that you're powerful, you stop letting things that are not powerful control your power. That's the key. YouTube.com/higher talk. All you that on Instagram, jump on. So when you realize that you are powerful, then from that point on, you stop letting things that are not powerful control you. So money is not powerful. You have the power over money. So why are you letting money control you? Instagram. Why are you letting money control you? Take on the battle. But remember, emotion. So when I say that to somebody, and I'll say it to different people, I have one price for my help. My organization offers one price, and it doesn't change. It's the same price. Now, I'm going to say something to a person that knows my price, and I will say a different number. Why? Because I got to get your emotion out of this movement. I got to get you to the point that when I say I need you to move, and I need you to move now, I need you not to start second thinking it, wondering about it, hoping about it. You came to me saying, I want to be a millionaire. You came to me saying, I want to be able to see things in the spirit and move in the spirit so that I can take advantage of opportunities that nobody else takes advantage of. That's what the spirit will do for you. That's what your authentic spirit will do for you. It will give you opportunities or show you opportunities that nobody else sees. But I cannot get you stopped because somebody will say something bigger than your mental capacity can handle. I told you I was talking to a young man last week, and I said to him, I said, you're going to make $10 million by the end of the year. He sat there and he looked down at his hands. I said, why are you looking at your hand? He said, my mind just can't wrap around that. I need your mind not to have to wrap around something that you have the power to do. I need your mind. When I say go to YouTube, I go to YouTube. Why? I don't let things be my excuse for why I can't do something. You follow me? Why? Because when I understand my power, there is nothing outside the realm of my power. Nothing outside the realm of my power. So even the Matthew passage says, either make the tree good and the fruit. I need y'all. See, this is so deep. I told you, this is the most important thing that you'll ever deal with. If you can control your emotions, if you can control your emotions, you can navigate to your success. Because everything outside is trying to get you to make emotions stronger than your spirit. If you can navigate and control your emotions. It's 11 o'clock. I'm not done yet. I'm going to keep going. If you can learn to control your emotions, you can learn to navigate to whatever level of wealth you want to. You can get whatever kind of relationship you want. You can have, if you can get beyond the emotions. Why? Because the emotions are the only thing. Why? Pain doesn't even do it. I know a young lady right now, she and her boyfriend fight like cats and dogs. Fight like cats and dogs. Are you hearing me? They fight like cats and dogs. Pain is not causing her to do anything less. She's not doing anything less because of pain. Oops, there's something wrong there. Pain has not stopped her. Hold up, guys. Hold up just a second. I did something crazy there. Yeah, pain is not stopping her. Now I'm doing something. I'm gonna show you guys something right now. Let me see if I can do it right here. Good. Okay. So I need you to pay attention to them. Sorry. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to that. This is what they're trying to flip upside down. They want your body to be more important than your spirit. So what happens is I show you more body stuff. I don't show you spiritual stuff. You run from spiritual stuff. You hide from spiritual stuff. If someone starts talking about church, you run. That's by design. But if somebody starts talking about money, you are there. You are running toward it because it's your mind. But if they start talking about your mind, you back up because you don't understand your mind. But they stay out of the spirit. They stay out of this button right here, this circle right here. So we flip this thing upside down. I can't flip it upside down. I don't know if I can flip. I can't flip it upside down. So they flip this thing upside down. And when they flip it upside down, they got you thinking that the most important thing is your body. Have you ever wondered why the group, the LGBTQ, I always miss the last letter, why they always talk about physical things? By nature, homosexuality is a physical thing. It's not a spiritual thing. Have you ever noticed that when they talk about money, they never talk about the spiritual thing behind money? They talk about, go after you got to grind. Have you ever noticed that? Have you noticed that nobody's ever sat down and told you if you do this, money will be attracted to you because you are spiritually prepared to handle money? Nobody says that to you. So when I start talking about it, I lose people. They go, I don't want to follow you because you're talking about that spiritual stuff. However, when I talk about that stuff and I begin to teach you about it, you can be anywhere in the world and you'll attract money. Because money is not a currency. Money is a byproduct of power. Money is a byproduct of power. And so if money is a byproduct of power, when you begin to operate in power, money will be attracted to you. Because part of your lineage is wealth. I wish above all that I would prosper, be in health, even as thy soul prospers. So prosperity is a part of who you are spiritually. Growth, increase, that's part of who you are spiritually. But if you don't know that, then you are grinding for something that's already yours. If you don't know that, you're grinding for something that's already yours. So you're on the grind. When God can give you one idea could pop to your spirit, one idea could pop to your mind, and all of a sudden you'd make $100,000. I created an idea that created $45,000. One time, I watched people get on and do $100,000. I had to watch one brother get on a lot and did $1 million in one setting. Why? Because there is a spiritual concept that causes things to be attracted to you. My wife said she didn't want to be married. She said, God, just leave me alone. It's just me and you. 1 month later, she met me. Love at first sight. We didn't go through a dating process. I didn't know her mama, his mama. All we did is that. Why? Because she said this to me. And the same thing happened to me. I got to the point that God, it's just me and you. I wrote down I wrote down one time on a letter. I said, Lord, by the end of April, I want to make $100,000. I mean, by the end of the year, I want to make $100,000. This was in February. By April, I had the $100,000. I said to myself, why didn't I write $1 million? Because the capabilities of what we feel like we can acquire is set according to the timing of our past. Because had I said I want to make $1 million by the end of the year, I'd have made $1 million in 6 months. But you are now sitting in a place where nobody wants to tell you that the part that's causing you not to grow the way you want to grow is your spirit. That's what they're not telling you that. They don't want you to know that. Why? Because what you have to realize is when you look at these wealthy people, they serve one level of the spirit or the other. You never hear about that part. You either serve the spirit that is the enemy or the dark, or you serve the spirit of light. It's a spiritual thing. They never want you to know that. That's the key. You can make all the money you want to make, honey, but they know that at a certain level you're going to stop. Do you know very wealthy people don't teach you very wealthy concepts because they don't believe a poor-minded person can handle it? Can you handle a spiritual concept, a financial concept, and a physical concept at the same time? Can you do what I'm telling you to do? Can you control your emotions? The number one thing that will put you in a place of bountiful growth, I'm not talking about just simple growth, bountiful growth, is get the emotions out of it. That's number one. Let me throw this in here. And stop letting money be a controlling factor. Be willing to let the money go as simply as you got the money. Now, I'm not saying be stupid with it, throwing it out the window, but realize that is leverage. All that is leverage. Right now, you can owe $15,000 on a bill, and somebody can give you $15,000. Don't consider paying that bill. I know this sounds crazy, but you'll be all right. Don't consider filing that bill. Take that $15,000 and you begin to sit there. Let me see if I got any cash. If I got any cash on me. Take that $15,000. No, I have no cash. Take that $15,000 before you do anything with it. You sit and hold on to it for 2, maybe 3 days. Go through your prayer and meditation and prayer and meditation and prayer and meditation. Get the emotions out of it. I'm teaching you something. Get the emotions out of it. And once you get the emotions out of it, then make a decision. Why? Because you could take that $15,000, invest it in the right thing, do the right things, pay for the right thing, buy the right thing, and you could be worth $100,000. But if you instantly take that thing that addresses your emotions and do it, you've just killed that money. You've killed that power and that opportunity to go to the next level. I've learned that. I've learned that a number of times. I'm gonna tell you one just recently happened to me. I don't have it. I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I can do this on here for y'all. Guys, y'all got to be out of the way for a second because I can't do. I don't have the stand. I can do this right now. I can do this right now. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something. Yep, I'm gonna show you something because I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something that I'm watching happen, and it happens to me do you hear me? Every day. Every day. Every day. This happens to me every day. Right here, every day. Let me see if I can get this to be a bigger picture. Let's see if I can get that to be a big picture. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. Everybody, I want y'all to look at this. Y'all see this? Okay. Y'all see this right here. Now, when I'm a watch person, but I'm not a big watch person, but I'm not a small watch person. So this watch that you see, that watch right there, okay, that watch right there. Okay, you see it? Okay. So here's the thing. I had a certain amount of money. No, let me tell you the whole thing, the whole truth. As I build my credit, that watch right there, as I build my credit, oh, let me get back over here to dig it to you guys. Oh Lord, I lost you guys. Oh well, too bad. As I build my credit, I need to use certain things for my credit. Oh, it's over here. I thought you guys over there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you just guys because I have the guys on here. Yeah, that y'all see that? Okay, good. All right, got it. So as I build my credit, you try to use your credit cards, and this is something that my partner in credit that talks about credit does. She said, don't let the cards sit dormant because they will decrease your cards. So in the process of that, I get up one morning, and because my wife and I just did scuba diving, and I don't know if those of you know we do scuba diving, I needed a watch, and we both needed a watch that we can just have on and not worry about getting in the salt water and all this kind of stuff. And G-Shock came up. And so when G-Shock came up, they showed me two different things. I have one of them. I have a blue one. And then they showed me this one. This one is called the G-Shock Phoenix. At the time of the G-Shock Phoenix, hear me now, I saw the watch and I had the card, a credit card. I called the young lady up and I said, I want to get this G-Shock Phoenix. And she said, okay, go ahead. And I said, I want one for this and one for that. So I tell my wife I want to get your watch. She goes, okay, go ahead and get the watch. And I'm going, Dad, the G-Shock Phoenix, if you look up G-Shock watches, they go from like $30 up to $1,000. So a G-Shock Phoenix, I would have to buy it and pay for it over time, $1,000 over time. So it's $900. I didn't get the watch. Why didn't I get the watch? Because I thought to myself, why would I add another bill to my already having to pay bills? Why would I do that? I saw the watch 5 or 6 times. Let me show it to you again. I saw the watch 5 or 6 times. The watch is a beautiful watch when it was $900. Guys, I didn't buy the watch. My wife bought her a black one from the military or whatever she bought. She bought 2 watches. One of them she liked, one of them she gave me, and the other one she didn't like. I didn't buy the watch. Guess what happened? Because I didn't buy the watch went from $900 to now $3,000. That particular watch is now worth $3,000. Why? Because it was a limited edition G-Shock watch. Made of all metal. It was a limited edition G-Shock watch. So that meant just the mere fact that I bought that watch for $900, it would have jumped up $2,000 because I bought it then, which means I could have sold it. That's not the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. The crazy part is if I had held on to it, because it's a limited edition, it's going to be worth more money the longer I hold on to it. But emotions told me, hold on to the money. So I could have taken my $900, paid for it, kept the watch. If I did not want the watch or needed the money, I could have sold the watch for $3,000, made my $900 back, paid off the charge card, and pocketed $2,000. See, what you have to realize and what I had to realize is understanding that the concept of money is not for bills, it's for leverage. And when I get my spirit, and that taught me something. It's what I'm teaching you. When I get my emotions in check, it's nothing but, I wouldn't have hurt paying $20 a month or $50 a month or whatever I was paying for that. It wouldn't have bothered me. But what happened was I gave money more value than it actually has. If you control your emotions, if you can control your emotions, my friend, you can put together a process that can get you anything you want. Anything you want. Because the only thing that's stopping you from doing it is how you feel about it. You want to lose weight? Stop trying to feel it and do it. You want to make money? Stop trying to feel it and do it. You're going to lose money. That's just the way it is, guys. You're going to lose money. If you want, you're going to go through relationships. You have to realize, don't be attached to the emotions. Just throwing that out there. Now, for those of you, I'm just going to do this. Y'all give me some time because I have this like really cool system. I can do all this stuff I want to do in this system now because I have this cool system. All right. So I'm going to do something right now. Let's see. Where is it? But I hope that helped a lot of you to get to wherever you wanted to get to and to understand what you wanted to do when it comes to your life. Because it's great. This is a great life to live if you know what you're living. It's a great life to live. Now, for those of you about the retreat, here's what happened. Okay, we were going to Montego Bay, Jamaica. Within Montego Bay, Jamaica, two things happened. Number one, they sold out in all the rooms, and number two, the storm came right through Montego Bay, Jamaica. When it came right through Montego Bay, Jamaica, there was kind of a silence. Everything went silent. So we trying to get out of here by August the 4th through the 8th. We had to do something else. So what we did is, I don't know if I have a picture, and let me see if I can find a picture of it. I don't think I have a picture of it. Yeah, I don't have a picture of it. But we're going to St. Lucia now. We're going to St. Lucia. And St. Lucia is a beautiful, 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 beautiful island. We have a petite resort. It'll be basically us, and the butlers and all that. It's all inclusive. You have your own villa. It is just this really, really beautiful place. And tomorrow I'll show you the pictures and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to look it up, it's called Tikei, Tikey. And it is in St. Lucia. So those of you that have already paid for Montego Bay, we're going to give you a call, and if you want to still go to, we can go to St. Lucia. You can go to St. Lucia. It's just a shift. You don't have to do anything else. All the prices are the same. All you have to do is just be in St. Lucia instead of being in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So all that stuff is the same, but we're going to have a great time, and I'm going to teach you some of the things that I'm talking about on here, and you will enjoy it. It is there. The prices that we have are already on. The only difference is we're checking now. The plane tickets were pretty much the same. Only difference is the plane tickets for different places. Like a lady's flying out of Tennessee. If I fly from here, from where I am, it's about $600. But her flying from Tennessee, for some crazy reason, makes it like $300. So that's the only thing that may be an increase or decrease in prices, plane fare and all that kind of stuff. Everything else is the same. Your food, your teaching, all that stuff is the same. The only difference is we go from a 3,000 room resort to a 300 room resort. 100 room resort. So but you're on an island basically by yourself. You're on the island. It's just you. It's just us. You're not gonna have people come in and tell you anything, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna put together some things. Now, people ask me a couple of questions. Question number one, they ask me, will I get to walk around the island? Yes, you will. The key to spiritual increase, the key to spiritual retreat is not doing spiritual stuff all the time. It's doing your life. It's understanding how to live the life and to operate in that life. That's the key. See, most people want to be in church all the time. I tell people, like, why are you at church Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? How do you live a life? I can't become a better basketball player if I'm just holding my basketball. Every once in a while, I got to play the game. So you got to get in the game. So the spiritual retreat will have classes. We will have classes, but we will also we will also snorkel. We'll go out on the boat. We'll go out on the beach. All those different things, because I want you to enjoy it. It's 4 days. It'll be 4 days and 3 nights of just enjoying yourself. Some of your spiritual growth needs to be just you going, some of you just know you need to get out of the country. You need to really get away from that surrounding and the people that are around it. You need to see that there are people that live and enjoy life. I'll never forget, my wife and I go to this one retreat, and everybody knows that Kendra's running this. Kendra is a travel agent. My wife go to this one retreat, and guys, this is not disrespecting anybody. I just want to point something out to you. So we see this guy. He has probably enough tummy that he covers up the front of his body, and he has on a Speedo. You can barely see it. The only reason you know you have one is because when he walked away, you could see the red on or whatever color the Speedo was. And my wife looked at me, and I looked at her, and she said, "That's interesting." And I said, "That is." She said, why do you think it's interesting? I said, it's interesting because he came over here to vacation. He didn't come over here because he was emotionally attached to how people felt about him. He didn't come over here because he wanted people to like him. He came over here to vacation and to get away from the rat race. He probably can't do that at home, but he can sit over on the beach and do that. So when we have this spiritual retreat, it's not just about you learning the things that you'll learn spiritually, but it's about you understanding that there is a life that you can live as a spiritual person that is not about desperation and grudging and begging and hoping and pleading with God to do things. It's about you living a life that He has already ordained for you to live and enjoying that life. That's what it is. See, when I say retreat, I can do this in North Carolina. I can do this in Baltimore. But I need the elite, the people that say, I want to be at the next level and I'm willing to make that investment for the next level. Oh yeah, you can write this off on your taxes as well. Yeah, you can. I want to make that investment because this is a business expense. So you're not really losing the money you're going to write off on your taxes. I just want to throw that out there. But I want those people because some of you need a jolt. You need to be shook. You need to be shaken, rather, so that you can live at this next level. It's there. It's there. Some of you never been out of the country. Some of you have never been out of the doggone America. But now you're going to a beautiful, a gorgeous island. They have, this is one of the chocolate islands. My wife loves this island. And you're going to learn how to transition, how to get to that next level. How to get to that next level. So that's what we're going to do. We will be in St. Lucia. And we'll be there the 21st through the 25th. So we won't be there for the flyer. We'll change the flyer. We're going to change the flyer today. We're going to be there. So if you couldn't make it the 1st of August, now we're going to the 3rd week of August. That's the 21st through the 25th. We're going to be there. Gives you more time to raise your money. And so we're going to be there. You will have your own villa. If you are with somebody, we can do double villas. I mean, you can be with somebody. I advise you to get your own villa. The price that we gave you was your villa. It's a villa for you. That's it. So you will have your own villa. They have hammocks. You know what? Let's do something. I'm going to do something that I have never done on this at all. Those of you that are watching, those of you that are on Instagram, jump over to YouTube. We're done with Instagram. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you a little bit later. Peace. I'm going to do something for those of you that are here. I don't know if I'm going to do it correctly, but I'm going to try my very best to make this thing. Guys. Forget it. I don't know. You know what? I am really not paying attention to all this equipment I have. So I'm going to do something here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah, watch this. Now, if you are on my Instagram, you're not going to, well, Instagram is gone. Yeah, if you're on Instagram is gone. So that's not going to work. Okay, so those of you that are on YouTube, you're going to be able to see this. Those of you that are on YouTube, you're going to be able to see this. No. Okay. So I told you. See, this is why I love this system. I love this system. Yeah. I love this system. Right. Okay. Peep game. Now y'all not gonna be able to see me, but check this out. Okay. That's not what I want to do. Sorry about that. Give me a quick. Okay. So those of you that are still here now, this is the resort. This is the resort, guys. This is where we will be. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. All right. This is the resort. This is the resort that we will be going to. And I know this that it's in this is the resort we're going to. So I don't know. Yeah, there we go. This is the resort. Yeah. Now this is every villa has this stuff. Every villa, that's an outside shower. Every villa has this stuff. That's your bathroom. Every villa. That's your bed with the mosquito netting for those of you that worry about bugs. Every villa has this. You will get breakfast. All your meals are covered, so you don't have to worry about that. This is another view. And every villa overlooks the water. Some of you will have a splunge, a pool if you can swim. I don't want nobody drowning, so I'm leaving it. Okay, these are the pictures. Yeah, these are the pictures. All right, let me get that out of there. That's where you will be. That is where you'll be. Now, for those of you that are going to be there, that's where we are now. We've already talked to everybody. Everything has been negotiated. All we have to do is decide. Those of you that have not, already registered, you have a little bit more time. Why? Because we've just gotten to the place where we are. We just gotten to a place where we are at the thing. Now, one of the things that they do in St. Lucia that I have not seen is they use volcano mud to exfoliate you. So this is one of the pictures of the volcano mud. They use the volcano mud to exfoliate you. This is a resort and spa, a petite resort and spa. Yeah, this is a petite resort and spa. And so we will be doing some things. We will be enjoying a lot of different things there. So that I kind of threw that out there. And the price is still the same. You get your own villa. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing because I'm not trying to get you there just to be sitting there. I want you to get there and you want to do some things and enjoy yourself. So, and enjoy yourself. So that's that, my friends. That's that. Thank you for everybody that's here. You can watch this video over and over and over and over and over again. Get the information, study this information, study what's happening, study what's going on in this process, and get your emotions together. Come on, meet us in Takai, meet us in St. Lucia, and let's start this journey to the next level. Let's start this journey because the journey is a great journey and you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to really, really enjoy it, I promise you. For those of you that are married, you couples, you will enjoy it. To grow spiritually together, the greatest thing in the world is to be able to grow with my wife. Guys, you have no idea. I heard a brother say, he said, how is it to be with one woman the rest of your life? To be with the spirit of that woman, and that woman is at every turn helping me become better, is the greatest thing in the world. Can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's not like having this woman today, this woman, because remember, you flip the spiritual, you split the spiritual concepts over. Now your physical is important, then your mental, then your spiritual. You flipped it. But if you make it right, she is like a new person every day, and something in your spirit will love her every day as a man, and something in your spirit will cause you to see him in a place that you can respect him every day. So that's it, my friends. I appreciate you very much for joining me, and I appreciate you for going. What time is it? Yeah, you got about 3 minutes. I appreciate you for joining me. Those of you that are going to join us for that, thank you for that. Hopefully this taught you something. Remember, get your spirit. Give your spirit opportunity by getting your emotions in check. Check your emotions, guys. All right? I am Uncle Dallas, William Dallas, Pastor Dallas, all these different things I've been called. And this is the Higher Standards Chronicles. I see you tomorrow, because tomorrow we will see more pictures of where we are going. Somebody don't take that personally. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.